Greetings, travelers! So, today's episode, I've been doing a little bit of off-camera work, because some of it was just kind of grindy, and some of it you've seen 100 million times, so went ahead and just kicked back, relaxed, and did some building. So, we'll go ahead and get started, and I'll recap what I've done so far, and then we'll go on with what else I planned today. So, you'll see the entrance is coming along. I haven't figured out what I want to do for the ceiling in here, but you can see I've kind of got it set up. I do plan to put eventually a player detector to have a door here that's closed when I'm not here. We'll get to what's over there in a minute, but as you can see, the blood magic room. It has come along quite nicely. Now the one thing I didn't do was the wither fight. You guys have probably seen a million of those. So I didn't think that I needed to do that on camera. But I did the wither fight, got the 4 beacons, so I've got my tier 5 altar. At some point I will have to get stuff together to do the demon invasion. But that's going to be a server event that we'll do. Usually it's done by whoever gets to it first, and then we only do it once. But you can see you've got the tier 4 altar. The biggest thing, I'm just really kind of proud with the way this design came out, because you know, I got the bridges over there. But making it look like most of the key points, when they're not touching something, like right there and over here, looks like they're hanging from the ceiling. I really liked how that ended up looking up with my path around here. Now over there will eventually be some part of something. I haven't decided yet, so there's nothing over there. Excuse me. Same for the other side over here. Got my orb set in here so that I can constantly keep my stuff filled. Over here, though, is where I ended up doing my mob farm. I have these set up in a way now, you know, wither skeleton, because we have a community chest, we have a community warehouse, and a chest. And in the chest, somebody had put a wither skeleton soul. So I've got each of these set up, as you can tell, to do 2 different spawners for each one. So I can do a total of 8 different mobs. Don't know that I'll need them. And then over here is where I kind of have things underground. Still work in progress for getting the parts sorted, because the biggest thing is the armor and tools that come through. But I have the controls here. This one and the red one are for the actual grinders. The red one is for the grinders on that side. Black one's for the grinders on this side. And then each one of these is for the mob spawners above. So I can turn each one off independently. Off or on. Probably should have used the inverted lights, or not the inverted, but the regular lamps. But, whatever. I know what it means. On means disabled. So, we'll just consider that's what that means, is that the light on means that it's disabled. And then I'm going to start using I love these storage drawers. I'm going to use these to house all the different mob drops that come out. I really like how these work compared to a barrel. Mainly because you can put one controller, so that's one AE channel for however many storage drawers you have set up. I'm sure there's a limit, but I've yet to find it. But I've got this, I'm pretty much using these storage drawers like this pretty much everywhere at this point. And then I always upgrade them to Emerald with the Void, and then I lock it once I have the part in there, so I don't have to worry about it. Probably won't finish up this basement here, because this is more just mechanical. Like I said, the only thing left is figuring out how I want to sort out the... Oh! Storage chest is full. Need another drive. Okay, so that's going to be a thing. Wondered why my quarry in the nether wasn't working. Which, yes, I have moved to the nether, because I've effectively gotten everything I needed from the Underdark. We're going to have to go back over here. So let me get over here, get some parts going, get that storage cleaned up, and then I will be right back. Welcome back. Alright, so got that straightened out. Storage is working again. Also took a few minutes, because I'd already run the cable over here. That's why you had that set up over there. Plus it was a 32 channel, so that way I just branch off everywhere. Took that time, brought in my crafting terminal so I didn't have to run to the village all the time. So that should give you an indication that this room here is, oh, the same size and full of bad guys. Full of badness. Die. And die. Okay, so the plan is, this room actually is the same size square as the blood magic. It's symmetry. Door's not in the same placement, but that's simply because of how big this room is over here. But the idea is this will be my TolkienCraft area, with the center being where the arcane infusion altar goes. So one of the first things obviously we got to do is, I do want to get to the research eventually so I can put my arcane crafting terminal over here, which is going to have a V relay and all that other wonderful stuff, because I've already got the node. That's going to be amazing from the quest, thankfully. And then I'm going to also have the V storage for when I break stuff down, because I'll have an automated system for that too. Let's put that stuff away, I don't need it. So, first thing we're going to do, we'll go ahead and get started getting some of the basics for TolkienCraft and get that going. Blood magic we'll come back to, excuse me, once I'm ready to do the, oh, up there. Once I'm ready to come back to doing demon invasion and everything, I've got most of what I need. I still have to, the number of hours spent making all the different things, the slates for the different blocks over here. We're going to move on to TolkienCraft here for a bit, just to kind of break the monotony, for me at least. So, well, we'll start by, we need the bookshelves. Of course, I do that and then realize that I have bookshelves, but they are most likely in, excuse me, the warehouse. So let's go take a look at that real quick. And book. Nope. Here. And I had somebody ask why I don't use the description here. It just doesn't seem to work real well for me. So we're going to, oh, we'll back up some more. Don't have any bookshelves, but I got plenty of books, so we'll go ahead and do that. Only need one. We have the most of. No, we don't want to use that. We'll just use this. Oh, okay. And then we will do iron nuggets. That, and I know I have sticks. There we go. Okay, so we need to do this. Let's place it there. There we go. Alright, so excuse me, first thing we're going to do is we need to get the tables going. So now one of the things you'll notice, I do tend to try and kind of plan ahead, because I don't like things being all disorganized. So I will usually plan ahead for builds so that I can get everything set up going ahead the way I want it to look when it's finished, rather than build a hole and then expand and move things around as I grow. I like to do it ahead of time. And that's why sometimes it takes a minute before I start on something, because I'm not quite ready to get that going. So we've got this here. I love the ability to fly. I'm so glad there's so many ways to fly in here. And you know what? Excuse me. Looking at it, I don't think I needed the book. Oh, I guess I did. Okay, good. So I didn't make that in vain. This here. Alright, so for now, and so initial placement, yes, everything will just kind of be... Oh, I didn't want to throw it in there yet. So we'll go here. First thing is first. Well, new terminal, forgot. Okay, so we need a cauldron. I'm gonna need scribe. Really? You have no bottles in here. Sorry about that. For some reason my throat keeps getting all scratchy. See? Yeah. See what I mean? Type it, and it comes in all weird, so that's why I tend to not do it. Where are the bottles? Let's go back in. I know I had a bottle. Bottle. Is it under E for empty bottle? Yep. Or glass bottle, excuse me. And gonna go back this way again. This is the only downside. I wish Ancient Warfare had integration so that maybe put the storage block up against, say, the control block and be able to see the storage from AE, but oh, I killed something new. What was I going for? Got that ink. Oh, got that. I don't remember. I know I'm going to need a couple of these, so do that. Oh, that's what I was. See if we even have any. I don't think I do. Looking for atomic fire. And yes, I know that's not what it's called, but name kind of has disappeared on me. So we're going to have to make a flint and steel, most likely. And use netherrack. So anyway, so basically, the biggest part... Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to add some lights in here very soon. Ugh. Anyway, go back over here. for that. Let's set up a storage chest for... There we go. Alrighty. So what do we have? I guess I should go look and see what I have already, which is that. I'll have to go look for crystals. Bunch of hunting and everything. Anyway, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna kind of clean this up. Probably do this. This episode's a little shorter, maybe. We'll see. Basically, I want to get this basic setup here, and then once I get into the fancier automation stuff, because I've got all the parts, it's more the research, and that's really the research, the scanning. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and because we're going to need to do some scanning. And see, the nice thing is I have this. That built in has the ability to see nodes, so I don't need to worry about that part. But the scanning of all the things, that's going to take a minute. So, there we go. Once I have the scanning done and all the wonderful, happy, that's going to take a lot of time. But I'm not going to put you guys through that. I mean, anybody who's watched TolkienCraft or watched any kind of videos at this point has seen that done over and over and... You know what? I'm trying to talk here. You stop. So rude. And over again. And I'm not going to subject you guys to that again. So most of that, the grindy stuff will do. More what I want to show you is the automation. Kind of the same with the blood magic. I didn't show you setting all that up. You guys have seen that a million times. When I start going in to do automation for the slates and storing up the life essence and all that stuff is what I want to show more. Just wasn't quite ready for that yet on any of the fronts. So, I do want to, like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode this time. I do want to thank everybody for coming by. Wanted to show off everything that I've been working on so you guys know what I'm doing while I'm off camera. Saturday, I'll take the time to announce, starting Saturdays, we will be doing a new mod pack for the stream that I do on Saturdays, which will be the ferret business. We've done a lot of testing as a group to decide what it is we wanted to do. We had gotten it down to 4. By the time we were done, that was the one we decided to do as a group. So it'll be me, Val, and Gore, and actually we may have a new person that will be joining us off and on, and that is Robert. He is the one that is putting up the server for this. He is also one of my patrons, and I believe he's a patron of Val as well for Patreon. So, he is, and for all disclosure, he is a member of the waitlisted server as well. So, looking forward to starting that. And that, again, that'll be the Saturday only, and we'll only stream it when we can have the majority of us to stream, because that's the whole point of why we're doing it. But again, thank you guys for stopping by. Sorry for the shorter episode. I want to thank you guys for all coming by. We'll see you next week, and everybody have a great day.